I think it's finally here.
The springtime?
It's definitely transition time.
Yeah. Yeah, the trees are coming alive, that's for sure.
Yeah, I wonder what happens to all the sap in the wintertime.
Probably just gets stored in the roots. I think right now all the sap is really sweet because it's going up to the leaves.
Isn't this the perfect time of year to like tap some trees, make some syrup?
Yeah, it is. This is the 2 weeks right now. I mean, if we wanted to tap maple trees, it'd be like right now.
Yeah.
Like right now?
Like right now.
So we should get to it then.
All right.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, let's go. It's finally getting warm, it's springtime, so it's time to get outside and spend some more time with your trees. It's time to love your trees, to hug your trees, to be with your trees, and to tap your trees and make maple syrup, which is what we're about to do.
What's crazy about maple syrup is I enjoy it year-round, but there's really only one time that you can make it.
Well, what are the optimal weather conditions?
I think it's got to go below 5
At night.
And then there's 5 degrees centigrade above 0 during the daytime.
But I never realized that it was made in such a condensed time period.
And not only that, but there's like the different ways to boil it down. There's like cooking on gas, cooking on fire, using electricity, using oil, and I bet you all those impart a different flavor too.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna do it, we should totally figure out how we're gonna boil it down.
Wood fire is always going to be better. It's always going to impart a better flavor.
Not only that, but we could use maple.
Maple wood.
Yeah. Maybe we could go get a coffee and do some planning. Maybe
Yeah.
some waffles.
Sure.
Some maple syrup.
They will never run dry.
How are the waffles?
They're good.
How's the syrup?
It's good.
Nice.
What I like about it is it's never too sweet. You just get that
Yeah, it's really mild.
golden concentration without the sweetness.
Do you think they dilute it?
But how much sugar do you need?
I don't know. You know, when I tried boiling out some maple syrup, it was the surface area of the pot was like, you know, limited.
Right.
So if we were to build an evaporator, like a boiler ourselves,
Yeah.
I think we should maximize the surface area of the liquid.
Maybe on the, it's like, imagine a wood stove. The front face has a little door for putting in the wood.
Yep.
Below that is a little door you open up for the draft.
Yep.
Let's put some side doors in where we can get some hibachi action going inside. We have like a little door that opens up and then a little hibachi grill goes inside.
Yeah.
We can prepare our meal and continue eating while we're waiting for the maple syrup to evaporate.
I like the idea of making the maple donair, you know?
And then
Like
marinating
rotating.
each piece of meat in maple syrup.
Maple syrup. You wouldn't need to make the sweet sauce as sweet because everything would be so sweet to begin with.
Right.
And then we get some donair action on the side of the stove.
Are we gonna go visit somebody to ask about maple syrup advice?
Yeah, we'll see if Lloyd can talk to us about it too.
There are specific details that we need to know, like how deep the drill bit needs to go into the tree,
What time to drill?
what time, what angle, like because it's all gonna drip, the
Right.
sap's gonna flow out. I mean, there's like specific details we have to know about.
We also need to find out is what temperature to boil it down to, how to tell how much sugar is in it, what happens if you overcook it.
There's lots to check
All right,
out.
let's get out of here.
All right. So how many trees are in this
Well,
lot?
I tap around 600 taps.
Wow.
A little bit over sometimes.
Do you use the taps like pail bucket system, or do you use
No,
these lines?
well, this corner of the bush, I use pails on this lot around here.
When you're tapping the trees, does it matter from when you start tapping to when you finish tapping?
Well, I try to tap when it's a milder day. You want to catch it when the frost comes out in the morning.
Right.
I just want to ask about the wood fire
Oh yeah, well,
and how you regulate the heat.
yeah, you
and-
want room for ashes under the grate.
So the maple syrup comes in through those black tubes there?
You come in there and down, and then there's a float on that corner of that pan right there. And that float there on that side regulates how much comes into this here pan. This one regulates how much goes into the syrup pan.
Is there a problem with having too much heat on these finishing pans?
As long as you got sap in, no, never no trouble.
And does it ever boil around the edges or caramelize
Oh
around
yeah,
the edges?
I use pork fat, and it gets up so high, just about that far from the top of the pan, the pork will just put her down.
So some maple syrup that is made has pork fat in it.
No, you'll never know it. No, you'll never know it.
Well, this is our Jacob's ladder, and what it is we have a sap extractor up in the building over here, and the sap is being pulled by vacuum through the lines. The sap is then being pulled up and pulled over to the vacuum, where it's discharged into a tank over there.
Oh,
This is a 2x8 evaporator. It was crossed over and changed into an oil-fired evaporator. Everything is automatically done by a float. When the sap comes in, as it boils down, the water is removed, sugar is left behind. So the raw sap is clear. When it gets to the finished syrup stage, it's got darker, more golden in its color.
Right.
Okay, if you were just gonna do this on a, we'll say a roasting pan,
Right.
you just keep putting it in. When it boils down, you pour some more in. But at 66.5%, that's when the syrup is done.
Maple syrup producers are probably the greatest celebrators of spring, spending 4 to 6 weeks tapping trees, collecting all this sap, boiling it down, and refining it into maple syrup. We want a piece of that. We want to get outside and enjoy the process of making syrup. So we're going to build our own evaporator at the loft, get all of our supplies together, and get started. It's springtime, it's the thaw, the trees are gushing with all kinds of sap that if you refine will turn into maple syrup. So we're back here, we're gonna make an evaporator so we can go to the north and then make some maple glazed donairs.
We have like the evaporator tanks, right?
Right.
And then are we going to make it multi-purpose?
If we have a surface that's open on the top so that the flames would come out normally, and then we drop our drop pan in there, then we have an evaporator. But if we drop a grill in and the flames are right there and we can do our cooking.
So we were also talking about donairs,
Right.
like having a little donair hut. What else are we thinking of making? Well, yeah,
Waffles?
Right. Waffles, pancakes maybe.
I like the waffles because
waffles.
they're designed to hold the syrup in.
Is there bacon?
You got bacon?
Yeah, good.
Oh, baked beans.
Oh, yeah.
There's-
Maple with
Yeah.
like some smoked salt pork.
All right, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. This is amazing.
It's not really a donair, it's more like a shawarma.
Wow. So what's the what are the different layers of meat?
It's lamb and chicken, marinated in celery, olive oil, garlic, onions, thyme. How's it going outside?
It's going good. Yeah. We're pretty much done. We're like getting
Oh, really?
close. Well, we're getting close. Yeah. Hello.
So this is the wood.
right.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a piece of maple. I'm going into the stove. Let's say you want to make some maple syrup. Load your wood in here, light the fire, and then you want some draft. So you'll open this little guy, have a fire, we can do some cooking, grill some sausages or whatever.
This is like the preheat. Once that's warmed up, we put it into this one, which will be the secondary evaporator, and then that'll be like the hot finishing.
Okay.
Like all the water will boil out of it. Donair
Oh yeah,
door.
that's right. Yeah.
And the side here, right?
And this side here?
Yeah, so we've
Okay.
got this pot, and I guess we'll put some hinges on it.
Okay.
So the whole thing just like swings open, and then you can just like cut the meat off with a knife. And they'll have a handle right here, and we'll just like turn the donair.
And the cool thing is we're sending out a really strong message that you can add a donair anywhere you want. You just cut a hole in the side of whatever it is, and then you put a little donair parasite on the side. Just go down. That's perfect.
Good.
When you make that shake, do you shake?
Cut it down.
Okay.
And then we can go.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Shake,
think there's some maple trees around here.
It's nice and sunny right here.
Yeah.
Beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Okay.
So cold and shiny, like a hard thing.
Oh,
geez,
it's totally wet, dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Totally wet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wicked.
Oh. Sweetness. Look how it's milky.
It's not cloudy. It's like cold, unfiltered sake.
That's a waffle waiting to happen. Let's go tap another one.
All right.
Won't be bad no more. Take me, mama.
I'll just take this
Yeah,
little bit
it's a
here.
little. Yeah. Oh, this
Modest.
is classic.
You can get my love, never let that old black snake go. Black snake crawling, crawling in my room.
Looking forward to seeing how much sap those trees dribbled out last night.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, Sage or...
Nice.
So we'll leave that guy open.
Well, should we get the sap?
Yeah, let's go
Let's go get the sap.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, mama.
Hey,
Whoa.
right on.
That's major.
Awesome. A little bit sweet.
Yeah, tiny bit.
Tiny, tiny, tiny.
What have I said
But,
and done?
you know, a couple hours, hopefully we'll have another bucket like this.
That's amazing. It's back on.
Your daddy do love you. You're the high-stepping mom and I don't care what you do.
Oh, sizzle.
Nice.
Oh, steam.
Ah, little boy.
It's all starting to make sense.
Yeah. It's drawing really well.
There we go. Nice.
Oh, yeah, you can hear it.
Was I little boy? Ooh, on my way to school. And a high brown woman and she broke my man.
We're boiling down quick,
Yeah.
so I'll go
Top
get a
left.
couple more buckets.
All right.
Wicked.
The bulk of the work has been done, so now we just sit back and enjoy, let the evaporator do the work, boiling down the sap into the maple syrup. We're gonna eat, we're gonna hang out, and we're gonna make maple syrup. This evaporator, because we put the sap inside here to get warmed up, starts to boil in here, finishes off into maple syrup here. We put our donairs down here, meat and maple syrup together at the evaporator. Can you help me with the donair?
You got it, man.
Get it on?
Oh, I want to see this. Awesome. Wait, oh, there.
Yeah.
Wicked. Okay, I'm gonna base the
The Dornair,
this is not fully condensed syrup,
like 50%,
but it's still running. It's like it's not thicked up yet.
and it's golden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at
Does
that.
it look through the grill?
It's good. It's a great picture.
And we would totally pass a health inspection because we could have our 3-vat sink right here, heat it up.
Oh yeah.
You know, like wash, rinse, and bleach.
I'm gonna get the potatoes going and parboiling.
For the rest of the year, our maple syrup is gonna taste a little bit like Yukon Golds.
Hey, potatoes, right?
All right, it'll be
Yeah.
like a limited edition.
Well, how's our kebab, our donair doing?
Yeah, it's browning. Maybe it's
Yeah.
time for a rotation. Beans are out,
Excellent.
looking a little stiff.
Should we add some like the half condensed? Yeah.
Yeah, and then it'll just simmer down with the beans.
This is great. We can still make syrup while cooking.
Hey Nobu, if you want to slide those sausages up a little bit, we can start roasting some walnuts.
Oh,
And then
walnuts
we
with
can
maple
pour
syrup.
some maple syrup in. We should get the raspberries going too.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. Do we want to do all that pork and those beans? Like,
No.
should it be like
No.
Should it be like pork and beans or beans and pork?
I think I think a quarter of this would be fine.
Yeah.
First course, like sausages, home fries, baked beans,
maple walnuts. or
maple
should we save
walnuts.
them?
No, I think it's first.
Could even go and check the taps and see if there is any more raw sap on
Yeah,
those.
Totally.
Like last night, did you guys hear anything?
Yeah.
Like creeping around?
I was saying earlier,
couple
man,
things.
I heard some huge like thrashing in the in the brush.
Mastodon.
Yeah.
I like this.
Second course, talking about doing waffles, and we're talking about doing donairs, and we're talking about putting the donairs on pita.
Yeah.
But let's just go straight on the waffle.
You're like
round,
Yeah.
a donair.
flexible.
Have you ever had a donair with raspberry sauce? No?
I've never had a waffle donair.
Yeah. This is perfect for our environment. All right, sausages are ready, guys.
Okay, these are ready. Let's chow down.
All right.
Okay. I'm digging into the beans.
Great. The syrup?
They're subtle.
So good.
I think when the syrup boils down even more, it'll hit.
I like how pretty much everything has maple syrup in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely like sweetness in the potatoes.
Kind of like rounds it out in a different shade of brown kind of way. You know, like 50% maple syrup, 60% boiled, 70% boiled. We have all these different gradations of sweetness. None of them are overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
All of them benefit from the wood heat, smoky, caramelized around the edge flavor.
You get the waffles going, but I want to check out the donair. I think it's really close to being done. It's incredible.
So we should mix up the waffle mix. Here, I'll add the butter to the wet. And then just get the bottom layers.
That's plenty.
Okay, cool.
The sap has been flowing, and soon it will be refined into our very pure homemade maple syrup. And then we're going to be using it on our maple donair in a waffle skin with fresh fruit. Sound good?
Das bruszny gas, flip is this bruszny waffle. It's bruszny wskokiecznie.
Okay, we're about to make waffles for our maple donair with our maple syrup, which is finally ready. We've boiled it down from sap into that 60% pure Canadian gold, man.
All right, hombres.
Let's bottle this.
Yeah, and look at it, it's ready.
Yeah,
Totally ready.
totally ready.
It's,
Let's go.
Thick.
How many trees contributed to this batch in the end? We had
About
6
8.
pails.
Look how thick it is.
Serious.
Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of work.
Not as much time as we thought. We thought it would take a few days, but
I know, but the evaporator works so well.
turbo.
I can't believe it. It
Like
made
a
one.
whole bottle.
It's
whole
perfect.
bottle.
Well, we should
Like a
keep that
liter?
and we'll pour it in later.
Well, it's our first wood-fired cast iron
It's awesome.
waffle.
Oh,
warm in
looks
the frying pan.
great.
Perfect.
Let's get another one on there.
Oh, there's a hat. Raspberry and maple sap sauce.
And I think there's one missing element,
What's that?
which is the pure, newly made maple syrup. The challenge is actually to be able to close this.
Well, check it out.
Down
It's
there.
like
There it is.
perfect format. Yeah, it's has the benefits of a gyro and a taco. Plus,
You guys
it has
closed it.
it has the little cavity for catching the syrup.
What is this?
Right? It's got like the little waffle nooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's busting right through its waffle nooks.
We're waiting for this moment for 2 days.
I know.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Sweet meat.
And I have to say, where pitas are kind of lackluster, the waffle is really kicking out.
Yeah, it's nice to have something really nice and fluffy.
It's great to have like this breakfast sandwich at
know.
at nighttime.
This is really good. You know how fusion can be really annoying?
Oh, so annoying.
It's just kind of like new jazz.
Oh, right.
It's kind of like being at a restaurant, not having enough money to buy anything. And so you're kind of at the mercy of what people leave behind. So
Or like
one
buffet.
table, buffet, is there one table left behind half-eaten waffles, one table left behind a donair.
This is a totally victorious sandwich. This is one of the most righteous sandwiches I've ever eaten.
Yes, I agree with you.
Totally
It's right up
victorious.
there.
Yeah.
And the meat and the waffle are total partners. They're both crispy outside, tender inside.
So it totally makes sense to make an evaporator with a donair door on the side.
And the nice thing is too, like, if the sap flows tomorrow, we have a whole other, spit.
I think we're gonna be here basically until the sap runs out
Yeah.
and we run out of food.
I think the fact that I haven't talked about the maple syrup at all is testimony to how good this sandwich is.
Like it's all working together. What was that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's right by our cooler.
We should probably bring it closer, you know?
Dude, we should bring all of our food in.